Yeah, in the transition, a lot of times you will get showers and thunderstorms that come through, and that's kind of what we're going to do. All these complexes are developing in South Dakota right now, and they're going to kind of push eastward. And if they survive, and a lot of times they can with this type of set, it go thousands of miles, we may see that come through before then the warm front lifts north and we get really hot for Monday and Tuesday. So we got to deal with that too. Consecutive 90s, we're going to make a run about maybe 6, potentially a little bit more, probably for La Crosse, a little bit less maybe for Eau Claire. But those are your records too, consecutive 90s. We averaged right up there, you can see about 17 or 10 respectively, and that's what we saw at 13, 11. If you're looking at 95, we averaged about 3 to 5 of those per summer. The record for 95, you got to go back to 1988 during that drought year too, when we were hitting 100 quite a bit. So we won't have that type of conditions. But here's right now, this is the system that's going to be pulling to the north, and the complexes you can already see start to develop. That is what's going to eventually push east and try to survive. Probably push east and then dive southeastward towards northeast Iowa. So that system will take time to get here, but that's what's going to eventually stall to our west and provide showers and thunderstorms come Wednesday. It's cold enough that they got quite a bit of snow going to be falling in southwest Montana in the higher elevations. That's how strong the system is, but you would expect that how hot we're going to be ahead of it. Here's going in 10 a.m. should be still cloudy, but look at the activity starting to develop. That's that complex that'll push east and then dive southeastward. So rain could come back in the picture, just light rain probably up to Eau Claire. Thunderstorm chances more as you get probably further south. This is generally probably just light rain, but look at the complex there that's really still going. So Decorah down to maybe just west of Prairie du Chien, if it holds together, that could pose maybe a damaging wind threat if it does. And you're looking at about noon to about 1 p.m. and then it weakens as it pushes further southeast. Everything clears out of here probably by 2, but we keep the cloud cover and that southeast wind and the moisture still there. So showers are likely to develop once again because the warm front will be north of Eau Claire as you go towards the evening hour. It's definitely going to feel muggy. The dew points are going to be once again probably approaching 70. Here's the rain amount. If this complex takes that route, there could be a very narrow swath of 1.5 inches of rain. Pretty significant. Tails off quite a bit as you go further north. It's just more only drizzle or some light rain. Temperatures, with all this in mind, it's a lot of low confidence with temperatures. There could be some areas that struggle to get to 80 with the cloud cover. I think everyone will be around the upper 70s, low 80s. And then you could have a few spots that get lucky maybe to get up into the mid 80s. But that's not the story Sunday, really. It's the dew points. By the time you come end Sunday, we're going to be up into the 70s, so definitely humid, even miserable type of humidity. And then you see it kind of going up and down, staying humid throughout the week, but it won't be maybe as oppressive as Monday and Tuesday, but still very muggy throughout. The heat indices, as we look at that, Monday and Tuesday are the days to watch. Definitely could be over 105 to 110. They come down a little bit for La Crosse, and then look what happens Wednesday a little bit further because cloud cover and showers and thunderstorms start impacting the temperature a little bit too. Eau Claire, very similar story, but probably a bigger drop come Wednesday because that boundary is going to be right over them. So they'll basically not have much of a heat index or barely into the 90s as we go towards Wednesday because of the storms going on. The alert day conditions are for Monday, Tuesday, given that's the best confidence we have for about 100-degree heat index. Going forward, we could still with some dangerous heat, but also with the thunderstorms going on, we also could seal with some severe weather. And that's going to be something. As you know, there's Tuesday storms already going on. You can see Tuesday night we develop a lot of thunderstorm complexes, basically Eau Claire down to northeast Iowa, and that's where the boundary is, and that's what's going to be sitting overhead pretty much all the way through Friday. So it's going to be off and on thunderstorms, and a lot of these are going to be late night, early morning activity. As you see towards the 4th, we might start seeing a drop in precipitation chances, but it's not going to be completely gone by that point. And 90s here, further north you go that boundary like Rusk County, they may be in the mid 80s by the time we get to the 4th. So it's going to be a little bit of a difference. But yeah, you got stuff going on tomorrow afternoon, early morning should be early afternoon. Take note of the weather app and keep your umbrella obviously handy. We might have rain coming through.
Okay, good to know. We will do that. Thanks, Greg.